Hello and welcome to Express Drives. Today we have the 2023 Seltos with us. Kia launched the Seltos back 4 years ago and it proved to be a very serious competitor. And it also was the benchmark when it came to features. Well, coming down to 2023, there are going to be a lot of new mid-size SUV launches, and well, Kia will not just stand back and watch the show. So that's why they've come out with the 2023 Seltos, and it's available in 3 different variants. We've got the X line right here, the GT line right here, and the Tech line. So what are the updates? Are they just cosmetics, or are they features, or have they also upped the game when it comes to safety? Well, stay tuned and find out what the 2023 Seltos is all about. So we've got the 2023 Seltos with us, and we've got the 2 variants. Over here is the X line, which is the top of the line variant, and you've got the Tech line. So what are the difference between the two? We will talk about it, and let's start with the X line first. You can see straight away that the X line has an all black finish. The grille is all black, the lower front radiator is also black, the grille down there. Then on top of that, the skid plate also. So all this has a very, very impressive and imposing road presence, something like a Mad Max sort of a car. Then you look at the headlamp cluster. They have changed it again, they have tweaked it. It's got that 3 slots of this DRL, LED DRLs, and then it's got the headlamp cluster right there. But if you take a closer look here, the vertical slat that used to be the fog lamp, they have now changed it into 4 different cubes. So that's something new they have tweaked. You come and take a look at the side profile. Now, as this is the top of the line version, it comes with an 18-inch alloy wheel. So yeah, it has a lot more presence, and of course it gives a bigger, larger than life sort of a look. Come to the side profile, it is more or less the same as the previous Seltos, which is a good thing because it does have a typical SUV sort of a stance. Quickly come to the rear, and this is where again things have been tweaked. It has a nice thick connected LED tail lamp. You see right here, it has a very sharp looking, edgy looking design, and you have the X line badging right here just to make sure that you know that you have the top of the line version. But here is the connected all LED tail lamp, which looks extremely good. It looks very cool actually, and very youthful at the same time. So it's going to attract a lot of different people from different age groups. Now the bumper, you take a look here, this is very different from the Tech line because it's a lot more sportier, it's a lot more chunkier. You can see a lot more busy design happening, and of course, as this is powered by the 1.5 litre turbo petrol, it comes with twin exhaust, which is very different from the other cars. Over here you have the chrome finish twin exhaust. So this is what the X line looks like from the exterior. Now the Tech line on the other hand has a lot of chrome finish, which is also going to be very popular because we all know that Indian customers love chrome finish. It has a black finish grille, but then this is glossy, not matte finish like the X line. And of course you have the skid plates, which are in dull silver color. Again, something that is contrasting, and again it will be very popularly accepted by SUV buyers. Moving on to the side here, you can see that the wheel is 1 inch shorter. It's a 17-inch dual paint alloy wheels, again very smartly designed. Then the side profile itself is the same, but again here you see the window or the shoulder panes over here, they are like chrome finish right here. So that is something that you will notice, as well as the handlebars, again chrome finish. Come to the rear, and yes, it has that same connected all LED tail light, but if you go lower below and you look at the bumper, it has a lot more simpler design with again a skid plate that is contrasting silver color. You step inside the 2023 Seltos, and the first thing that you notice is the materials that is used in the cabin. They are soft touch materials, and now as it's available in three different variants, the X line, GT line and the Tech line, it also offers three different interior combinations. Now for instance, the X line comes with black interiors and sage green inserts, as well as sage green leatherette seats. In the GT line, it is black leatherette seats and all black interiors with white inserts, and then the Tech line goes for the traditional beige interior. So there are a lot of different options, but again, one of the biggest updates is the twin 10.25-inch connected screens, which double up as both the infotainment system as well as the instrumentation or the instrument cluster. Now this instrument cluster is now all digital, so that is one of the biggest updates in the interiors section. The cabin layout remains more or less the same, but there has been some tweaks like the design of the AC vents. But apart from that, what is more important is that the Seltos now offers a dual zone AC or air conditioner. Moving on, it also comes with other features like an 8-speaker music system which is powered by Bose. Then it comes with rain sensing auto wipers, wireless phone chargers, and of course wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Apart from that, it also comes standard with a rear window shade, which is again very helpful because of the sort of warm weather that we have. Speaking of warm weather and comfortable driving conditions, it also comes with ventilated front seats. There's also voice command control available, and the best part here is that you can use English and it actually understands. So you can say sunroof kholo and it actually does work. So that is quite impressive. The Seltos now comes packed with state-of-the-art safety features, and that's the reason why it offers ADAS level 2 features that comes with 17 autonomous features. So that is something about, smart safety features, starting from, let's say, smart cruise control with stop and start feature, then front collision warning, then it's got lane keep assist, blind spot collision warning. So it has a lot of different features which is going to make the car a lot more safer. Apart from that, it also comes packed with 6 airbags, hill start assist, all wheel disc brakes, tire pressure monitor system, 3-point seat belts for all passengers. So again, it is all about safety. Then it also comes with another very helpful feature, which is the 360-degree camera, and let's not forget it retains that 8-inch head-up display as well. So there are a lot of very helpful features. Oh yes, and before we forget, the top of the line variants come with also now electronic parking brake. So the new Seltos comes packed with lots and lots of features, both practical and it covers the safety aspect as well.
So as you can see that Kia has retained the boot space of the Seltos. It is 433 liters of space. That's quite a substantial amount of space. You can put in a couple of big strollers, and if you just bend down below, you can also see that the seats are split seats. So that also gives you an advantage of folding one set of the seats and increasing the boot space. So a lot of practicality right there, usability also available. So we are driving the 1.5 litre turbo petrol, which churns out 158 bhp of power and a massive 253 Nm of torque. Now this is class leading and it is one of the most powerful vehicles in the segment. Now we drove both the IMT version and the 7-speed dual clutch automatic. Now the IMT is basically intelligent manual transmission. It's basically a 6-speed clutchless gearbox. So we'll get into that later. First, let's talk about the automatic gearbox. Now, right now we are driving the dual clutch automatic, and if you just step on the gas, it picks up speed like no one's business, because the torque is so much that even in the low end, mid-range and the top end, there's always enough torque. And that's the reason why it also sustains its power, and it doesn't have any sudden power surge or drop as well. So it makes it a lot more easier to use. But on the hindsight, when you're going on a slow stop traffic, the gearbox is a bit too eager. So the power does rush in a bit. It could have been a little bit more refined or smooth, because when you're, like, let's say, parking the car, then you got to be a little bit careful, because if you just step on the throttle, it may go a bit more faster than you would like. But that's just one of the little nitpicking pointers that we are mentioning. But apart from that, the gearbox is flawless. It has short throws. It picks up pace like no one's business. It's like very, very fast. It is very, very easy to drive this car. On top of that, it also comes with 3 driving modes: the Eco, Normal and Sport. Now, in terms of Eco and Sport, the gearbox quickly upshifts so that it can be a little bit more fuel efficient. So by the 6th or the 6th gear, you're already somewhere in the region of 70 to 80 kilometers. So it does upshift quickly. The Eco is not as bad or as discouraging as it sounds, because it does try and keep the pace. Of course, not as responsive as Sport, but it's not a drag in any which ways. It picks up pace in a very, very decent fashion, and you really can't complain much about it. You got to keep in mind that the advantage of Eco obviously is being economical, so that is there. Coming back to what is the fun aspect, and that is Sport. Now, Sport definitely is very responsive. It's like a rocket ship. You just slightly press the accelerator and it just sprints like no one's business. The engine noise also goes up a bit, and that actually makes it a lot more aggressive. The IMT, on the other hand, is a 6-speed gearbox, and the gear ratios are slightly on the taller side, but it is about a very easy driving option. And if you want to step on the gas, then you can just go 1 gear below. So you have the control, but it just doesn't feel as responsive as the dual clutch, because again, with the dual clutch, you can manipulate the gear response with the paddle shifters as well. With the IMT, that is not so much of an option that you have. But again, either or, the engine is fabulous. It is a very, very powerful engine. Now, how does it handle, and what is the ride quality? Now, Kia is well known to set up their suspension setup on a firmer side, and again, with this new Seltos, it is the same. But that also means that the handling is something that is very impressive. Now, it might not be razor sharp as the German vehicles, but it's somewhere like in between. It is not that wobbly or on the softer side like its sibling, the Hyundai Creta, but it is still very much in control. The body roll is not something that weighs in on you. So it's good fun to drive. That is what the Seltos is all about in terms of performance, in terms of ride quality and handling.
So this is a 2023 Seltos, and according to Kia, it caters to everyone's demands. That is the reason why Kia is one of the rare companies that offers an SUV in diesel, in naturally aspirated petrol engine, and of course the turbocharged petrol engine. Now, it starts from 10.89 lakhs and goes all the way till 19.99 lakhs ex-showroom, and that is actually fairly aggressively priced because it is packed with features. Not to forget, it also comes with ADAS level 2 features, so it's a very well equipped and practical SUV, and this is something that you should consider if you're in the market to buy a mid-segment SUV. So do let us know what you think of the thriving mid-sized SUV segment, and if you have not subscribed our channel, please do so, and as always, we look forward to hearing from you.